Love you. Okay. I love you too, bud.
What's up, BetSlip Nation? It is just the BetSlips here. May the 10th, Saturday here, 12, just past quarter of 12 here, if you're on the East Coast, I guess. And we are here. We were ready to talk some bets. We had a great show yesterday. You guys had a great show yesterday. We had a great podcast. Make sure you go listen to that. It's on Apple and Spotify podcast. Please go listen to that. Just the BetSlips. You can find that where we talked b-ball. We talked some ball. And we would like you to go check that out. Please comment, subscribe, and reply, and all that good stuff. But we are here on a Saturday to talk to you about some more ball. We've got so many great bets. Yep. We've got so many fun segments to get to. But before we do that, let's introduce the other. I am Poolside Pat here. It's a business trip, not just for the Cardinals, but for Bing Bong, the New York Knicks. We'll get to that later. But up here. No, we'll go this way first. Yeah, we'll go this way first. Up here, joining us, shout out to Tommy Stats, who's been awesome hopping into the shows recently. And I am so glad to see him. What is up, Sir Thomas Pow Stats?
Oh, doing the dad thing. Hopefully I don't have to sit through a 12-inning Red Sox game where Michael Lorenzen literally just shoved it down our dicks for 8 innings of work, which was wild. And today we get Battle of the Aces. We got Garrett Crochet, Cole Reagan, so that should be fun. Watch that game. Watch that be like a high-scoring game. And the best pitching matchup of the day was Hunter Dobbins and Michael Lorenzen, just as everyone expected. Did manage to watch the Diamondbacks last night. Had an extra late cup of coffee to actually watch that game. What a game! And those City Connects are beautiful.
Oh, the D-backs? Yeah.
I do have one on the way.
Love that.
I did buy one of those. Those things are beautiful.
I love that. And then over here is our Mr. PD King. He is the GOAT when it comes to the ones and twos of the Sports GPS. How we doing, brother?
Doing well, man. Rough game for the Phillies last night in Cleveland. Yep. As they just couldn't hit with runners in scoring position, and which was what they were doing on their previous, really their 4-game winning streak, and what they were doing. That's what they were doing. They were hitting with runners in scoring position. They were getting out to early leads, and they were making pitchers pay for their mistakes. Gavin Williams had 8 Ks last night, and he also had 4 walks. And the Phillies have first and second with nobody out, second and third with 1 out in the first inning, and they don't get it done. They don't score a run, so they get shut out last night, and it was
how bad. How bad were you guys at runners with scoring? Because the Red Sox were 0 for 12 and they left 9 on base.
I want to say they were 0 for 11.
Okay, so we all had between me, you, and Parker, we all had a really bad night.
Really bad night. Yeah.
Count Robert. Oh no, count Kel because the Mets just killed the Cubs, and count Robert because he's also a Braves fan. Yeah, we all had a very horrendous evening of baseball. Night.
Except for this schlub down below us, who apparently had one of the best nights ever.
Yep.
He actually got his fifth road win of the season. How's it feel to be a quarter pole through and the Cardinals finally got their 5th road win?
Well, it's we'll talk about the road wins, whatever. But 6 in a row now, and 3 since John Gruden went and visited the Cardinals. Play. I didn't realize he was a Cardinals fan. He did grow up in Indiana, or went to school in Indiana at least, so it makes sense now. But he's like the St. Louis guy, dude. So freaking look. I'm playing with house money, and Tommy knows this. You guys both know this. Of course, I'm going to be the guy that says, let's go Cardinals, win the division, blah, blah, blah. But realistically, no, they're not. They might not be that team, but to see 6 in a row, to see them fight, to see Fetty finally, be the guy that we thought we traded for, I am so hyped. I'm so excited. It's playing with house money, and like speaking of money, with the gambling stuff, that's where I'm at. And speaking of that, why don't we get to the one thing before we get to this comment that we need to get to so that we don't get in trouble? Number one, we are not paid professional gamblers yet. Hopefully one day soon, but we are proudly with FanDuel Sports Network. But we do not get paid to make these picks. This show is for fun and entertainment purposes only. Just the BetSlips. Please gamble responsibly and at your own risk. Because number two, do not gamble more than you can afford. Only bet what you can afford to lose. It's the greatest advice I've ever been given. And that's why I just put a 90-cent bet to win almost $1 million, which we'll get to. Number three, gambling can be addictive. So you could forget that 9 times, potentially. Gambling can be addictive. So please seek help if you or a loved one needs it. And you could do so with 1-800-GAMBLER. It's a simple national help hotline that you can get the resources that you or a loved one might need for that specific help, because gambling can be addictive. It can release the same chemicals in your brain that certain hard drugs do. So don't get it twisted. Make sure you're practicing number two and number three for sure. And we are not affiliated yet with or sponsored by any sportsbook. So that is, gambling can be addictive. So please seek help. 1-800-GAMBLER. Gamble responsibly at your own risk. And we are not paid professional gamblers, but what we try to do here on the show is have fun and bring you entertainment. But we also try to bring you the
hot tips to help your bet slips.
Let's go. I am so excited. I'm not gonna do the bing bong until later. Oh yeah, let's get to this.
We have not talked about the Brewers, but I mean,
we can.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the box score from last night, and
Tommy, you want to talk about the Brewers?
I don't care. Sure.
Could have been better.
It's a comment, yeah.
Sure. The Brewers are weird. The Brewers are a team that managed to get it done, pitching wise. Thank you for your contributions of taking Quinn Priester for an absurd haul. We appreciate your contributions there. Don't know why you overpaid for that, but congratulations. They're a weird team. They're going to figure it out. They always do. But they're in a pretty...
Uh-oh.
We lost Tommy for a second.
Awesome.
They're in a weird spot where they only have 3 guys that are really hitting well.
Pretty much.
Turio and Hoskins.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I listened to it's called Macrodosing. It's a podcast on. I probably talked about it before, but Arian Foster. So there was a very fun episode. The former running back. There was a very fun episode they did right at the beginning of the baseball season where because he wants to get into baseball, so they did a whole segment on him choosing his team based on looks and what some of the other hosts were talking about. The Cardinals ended up making into his top 5, but then he eventually settled on the Brewers, which obviously broke my heart. But yeah, I mean, I feel like they're cooling off a little bit. They started off pretty hot, but now the Cubs, who have also cooled off, I think you guys would agree. Whereas the
I wouldn't say they cooled off. It's just they're battling a lot of injuries. The Cubs are.
Yeah, I mean they're 5-5 in their last 10. The Brewers are 5-5 in their last 10. So cooled off from the hotter start. Sure, I'll give you that.
Yeah,
they're not
cool. That's what I meant.
Just lukewarm.
Yeah.
And the Brewers are, man, they're
weird.
So weird. They're just weird.
They're gonna get the pitching. The pitching's gonna be really good. What you get with the bats is very up in the air.
Yeah. No, that's very true. Plus 2 run differential though, so I mean you can't hate on them too much.
Yeah, right. And then I mean Cardinals surging this winning streak. I mean, it's tough for me to speak highly of any team in the NL Central just by nature.
Sure.
But no, I mean, I said it before and I'll say it again. I'm trying to be realistic and also have fun. I am nervous. I am scared of the Cubs and the Brewers. I think both teams and even another team
and the Reds
talk about. Yeah, absolutely.
We'll talk about that for sure.
Unfortunately, the only team I'm not afraid of is the Pirates. So
again, as you should.
Yeah.
Shall we get in? Shall we get into the thing? We do have a bet slip.
Let's do it.
Yeah. He's our annual, our steady, our main man with the parlays. He's unfortunately not able to join us today, but it is Rob the parlay guy. Welcome to the bet slips, my guy. What you got?
What is going on? Just the BetSlips family. Is Rob the parlay guy here. We missed the parlay last night because the Padres decided they were winning by so much they would pinch hit for Tatis in the sixth inning, I believe. He had already gotten one hit. We were just one hit away. But, it is what it is. We're taking a stride the day before after hitting the parlay plus hitting the big parlay we did together. I can't be greedy. We'll take what we get. But we're going to come back today with a strikeout parlay. So for today, I've got AJ Smith-Shawver, 5+ strikeouts. He has hit 5+ strikeouts in 4 straight games and has been pitching very, very, very well as of late. Carlos Rondon, 5+ strikeouts. He is 8-for-8 this year. This has been Mr. Automatic when it comes to strikeouts for me this year. Logan Webb, 5+ strikeouts, who is also 8-for-8 this year. Joe Ryan, 5+ strikeouts. He has done 6 out of 7, and his only miss, he missed it by 1 and got 4 strikeouts. And then I am going to throw in a guy who has only started once this season, Stephen Kolek, 4+ strikeouts. His only start, he got 4 strikeouts, but he's facing a Rockies lineup that has struck out 373 times in 38 games, so just under 10 strikeouts per game. I feel like 4 is a number that he's already proven to hit once, and against this team, he should be able to hit 4 easily. And then for 750 club, we're going to go Carl Anthony Towns, 9+ rebounds. In the playoffs, he has hit 6 of 8. He's averaging 11.1 rebounds in the playoffs. And in the last 2 games alone, he's gotten 30. He hit 17 and 13. So 9 feels like a very easy number, and you're getting it like minus 180, I believe. So you could push it to 10 if you wanted to get it close to even money. But we're going to play safe for the 750 club today and go 9. But I love this pick. I have no underdog for today. And I'm going to do a parlay parlay of the day. We're going to do that Stephen Kolek and a Padres money line. We're going to keep beating up on the Rockies until the Rockies prove that we shouldn't beat up on them anymore, which I don't think is going to happen. So we're going to take the easy money and run. Make sure you check out our podcast that drops every Friday. We just dropped one this past Friday discussing round 2 of the playoffs. We got it. We got a little heated on that one, which is good for the people to listen to. It's on Spotify, it's on Apple, it's under just the BetSlips podcast. Check out our socials. If you have any bets you'd like to give us, please send them to us. We will if you send a video, we'll put it on the show. Any bets you send us, at least me and Pat will bet, but if not, probably all of us would bet it. And yeah, so go ahead and check that out. And as always, these are hot tips for your bet slips. I hope you all have a great day and chase that bag responsibly. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
I mean, the man brings that. Yeah, get that off the screen. Get that off the screen. We already know. We know how you feel. We already know how you feel. You're muted. We can't hear you. That's probably actually a good thing. But yeah, no, he's right. If anybody DMs us here at Just the Bet Slips, a bet slip video, I will, for reasons due to Fan First Sports Network, I now have to screen them. But if they are in good taste and they don't make any terrible judgments, we'll play them. I will put you up. So make sure you get involved in that regard. But yeah, I mean, we'll talk about his bets when they come further, but I love the strikeout bet. I actually have it. I have it bet myself. I'm trusting the man. And I mean, we got a big boy today with double dingers. If you didn't check the socials out earlier, we got double dingers, and a couple of us have enough bets out there that if the double dingers does hit, you won't hear from us for a little bit because we're going to reenact The Hangover in Vegas. So There might be a week where we are not making the content that you know and love.
Oh
If-
no,
if
that'll be
that doesn't
content,
take-
but it won't
Oh,
be.
it'll be. I'm saying there will be content. It just won't be the content that you know and love. Be a lot different type of content. That's all I'm saying.
I'll be in the pool.
But let's. Yeah, we're be in the pool. Parker's probably going to be on a roof somewhere. He's going to throw a mattress off. It'll be great. We're gonna get. I'm not saying we're gonna get roofies. Don't do drugs, kids. Let's get into this thing. And we're gonna start with the cutest slip in all of sports gambling, and it is the underdog slip. I did a little animation change today, by the way.
Whoa.
I was a little bored, so
Whoa.
there he is. He's coming in. We thought little Kel wasn't coming, but he's coming. He's here. It is the underdog slip. We've got 2 on it today. And the first one, Pat, you're really rocking the Bing Bong hard, huh?
Pat is like the only person notoriously on his show that bets his teams and like only his teams 9 times out of 10. So and you know what? To be fair, he has every right to ride it. I mean, they've legitimately have come back from 20 plus point deficits and won both games.
I
mean, that is fair.
I
Go
have
ahead.
2 words for this bet, and then we can move on. Can I?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Can you guys see that?
Yeah, I don't know what any of that means, so it's just 2 words.
No. Actually, Tommy, I got you. I got you. I'm gonna educate you on Bing Bong. He is a purple funny thing.
I know. I know who Bing Bong. Yeah, I know who
So,
Bing Bong is.
That's all it is. That's all it is.
That's not what it is. That is not what it is. That is not what it is.
Bing Bong. That's what they're rooting for.
No,
they want him to come out. He's been hiding for so long. And they want him to ride the magical rocket back up to being, available in somebody's mind. That's what it is.
No, it's not.
Bing Bong. That's all it is.
I do like how you turned that on me, though.
That's all it is.
Bing Bong. No, I mean, look, it's the Guardians going to be rocking. I have a small.
For Bing Bong.
I have a small inkling that I'm going to be very devastated as I watch this. Tommy, you had said in the chat, constant thing for you to have double screens. It's going to be a double screen, Cardinals, Knicks. I have a very small ink. I'll probably have the Knicks on the big screen, Cardinals on the computer. But I have an inkling that the Celtics might just remember that they're the Celtics and just beat the crap out of the Knicks today. But 6.5 at home, playoffs. They're up 2-0.
It's doable.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's doable.
And I have them in other ways, but give me those points at home, up 2-0. The Garden's going to be insane. I actually looked into potentially going today, and it was like I would have had to have hit like a big parlay to get there because it's like the getting in price is like $600. It's like nope, not going to happen. Yeah, so give me the next 6.5. Look, I will eat this crow in some way, shape, or form. If the Reds win and the Knicks lose, I will eat crow in some shape or form. But I had to put it on here. I didn't have anything else, but I said, you know what? Let me stick to my guns. I have Knicks gear coming to the house soon. I also have the Trash Pandas shirt that should be here soon.
You should 1,000% have the Trash Panda shirt.
Oh, absolutely. And
but the Reds money line, I actually like. So you got McCullers going for the Astros, and he's making his second start. His first start wasn't exactly anything great.
Correct.
Brady Singer has shown flashes of what he can be when he is fully ready to go. I mean, they lost the last 2. One was that Braves loss, which I believe was a walk-off win for the Braves, 5-4, and then they got shut out. But you lost to Hunter Brown, and Hunter Brown has been literally one of the best pitchers in the American League this year. So I think Reds' money line's doable just from the pitching matchup standpoint.
Green is pitching?
No,
it's Brady Singer.
It's Brady
Oh,
Singer.
I'm sorry. I don't know why I thought.
No, you're good. Brady Singer versus McCullers.
Yeah, and the pitching matchup alone, I think there's a decent chance, especially if Brady Singer can kind of turn it on and show some dominant flashes that he has this year. I think the Reds money line's actually doable.
Yeah,
Is
I
there
actually
any update? I'm sorry.
both of them. Go ahead.
I was going to say, is there any update on Hunter Green? Because that was a bummer.
Yeah,
Groin, right?
Yeah, that's all we've heard. I haven't heard anything other than
I don't.
nothing. So.
I mean, he's definitely going on the IL. Just how long he lasts on the IL is a completely different conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
But their rotation absolutely slaps. So losing Hunter Green sucks, but their rotation's pretty solid.
Yeah, and it's better than we thought it was. Like their rotation was their problem last year, but another year with Lodolo, who seems to be making some strides again. Nick Martinez, not terrible.
Andrew Abbott
and Abbott. Yeah, that's the one I was missing in my head.
Abbott coming back was really good. Adding Singer was huge. Big Reds guy. That division's just a shit show.
Yeah, for sure. So you're getting this underdog slip at 312 on Can Fuel. If you want to go ahead and rock with us, that is where you're getting it at. You're going to get it around the same place depending on what sportbook you use. I do have another.
So I do have like an on the fly underdog.
Sure.
Did see Blue Jays money line at plus 105.
I did see that as well.
Bowden Francis coming off not a fantastic last outing. I know he got shelled. I know he got shelled by the Red Sox, which is actually really funny because he had a 0 ERA entering that, and he had 7 earned runs, so it was kind of funny. But yeah, two back to back outings, not very good. 7 earned, 4 earned. Seattle, they're hitting the ball out there, but
yeah.
Logan Evans,
Yeah, no, the only thing that scares me about that is the fact that Seattle's has won 7 of the last 10, so they're just hot. JP Crawford finally seemed to figure out his stroke, which you'll see here in a little bit. I doubled down on my hit parlay from yesterday. So if you rock the hit parlay yesterday, that hit, I'm doubled down on it again today. I'm actually taking the winnings from that and putting it in, like me personally. So that's something to think about as well. I don't hate that. I don't hate that.
I mean, they won 6-3 yesterday. Kevin Gausman got the better of Luis Castillo, so there is that. I don't like Evans. I think that's a player that the Toronto Blue Jays bats can kind of get after. But bullpen wise, it just depends how it shakes out. But I actually do like the Blue Jays money line. Probably gonna actually throw that in my sheet.
I do
like that was like my one underdog because I didn't know how to feel about certain teams winning. Like Tigers, Rangers today, don't know. Like you just don't know what those two pitchers are gonna do. We'll get to that in a minute. But yeah. I was like, what, for an underdog, I didn't get it in, but I was like, what, Blue Jays plus 105, kind of trust Francis just a little bit more, despite him not pitching great the last 2 outings.
It's fair. I do have another question for both of you. Speaking of Bing Bong, so this is Big Mo. He's the mascot for the Montgomery Biscuits. Him and Bing Bong. They're the exact same, right?
There's really not many differences. It's obviously just Bing Bong is a little more cartoony.
The top left is Bing Bong.
Yeah, Big Bong.
The top left
versus Big Mo.
Yeah, they're about the. They're the same.
They're basically the same, just a little different color, huh?
Big Bong. They're about the same.
Let's see how the Montgomery Biscuits are doing.
They're the AA affiliate of the Tampa Bay Rays, so they're going to have pitchers down there that just grow on trees, but because that's how they find their pitching prospects. They just go out in the orange fields and they're like, "Oh, you're 6'5", you're right-handed. Let me see if I can teach you a splitter and a sinker, and you'll just come and pitch for us, right?"
Put it this way: the worst pitcher in your rotation can go to the Rays, the Brewers, or as it currently stands, the New York Mets, and turn into a god.
That is also
exactly what happens every time.
Yeah, that is what's happening right now.
Like Jeffrey Springs, I think, was like a castaway from the Red Sox, and they turned him into a very good pitcher that got traded for assets to the A's this past winter. Like they just find guys in the forest.
That's all they do. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Like
100%.
like the fucking children of the corn could literally be
Yep.
aces for the Rays rotation. Makes no
Yeah,
sense.
correct.
Anyways, moving on.
Here we go. The performance doubles of the day. And like I said, I brought some animations to the table today, brought to you by the PD King himself.
You know what's
Pat,
funny is this animation, it kind of looks like what a shark attack victim looks like when like their arm gets bit off and they got like a chicken wing for a hand.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Like
know
you look
you've
like
seen that. You've
like
seen
you
that
look at
guy on Twitter who only has like 2 fingers and like
yes. Yeah,
he taps everything. That's kind of what it is. It's
for
because
sure.
I took a picture from a wedding and I was not trying to have everything else in the background. And so when it
Yeah,
just
but you
pulled
just but
me,
you just look like a shark attack victim now.
yeah, I'm just
With a
so,
crown for some reason because you survived.
yeah.
Oh.
Literally, my hand's
Okay.
actually pointing like this, but it didn't get my hand right, so that's the reason.
Look
Anyway,
exactly.
poolside, Pat. What do you got for us today?
Okay, this one's gonna be a fight. We're gonna fight for this one today and this is one of I know this is one of Tommy's guys is Mr. Palazzo.
Yeah, out of all the guys in your rotation, which I love you, if there's anything that can ruin your season, it's your pitching staff.
Oh,
And
yeah.
but this is like the only guy that I'm like, when he comes up, I'm like, hey.
Hey, Sonny Gray and Fetty last 2 starts 0 ERA. I mean, pitching might be coming around, but anyway, Palante 4+ Ks. This is we're fighting for this, not because look, I don't think the Cardinals lose this game, so it's going to be a matter of the Ks, and he's hit this 3 times in his in his 36 innings pitched. He's hit this 3 times. So like he is a pitch to contact guy. He's a get the ground balls, let the very good defense do their job.
Holy shit. 3rd percentile in K rate? Jesus Christ, brother.
Yeah, it's brutal. It's not good.
Holy shit.
I don't know what that means.
13.3%. He's striking out guys 13.3% of the time. So on a percentile ranking, he ranks in the 3rd percentile. That's horrible.
So to be
like
the best,
okay,
would be
like
the
Pat,
100th percentile.
Like Pat, like you were talking about, like he's a ground ball guy.
Yeah.
Okay, he ranks in the 99th percentile for ground ball rate. So like a lot of his pitches, they're staying on the ground. Like,
yeah,
man, he's a weird pitcher. But continue.
No, yeah, he's. I mean, and it is his first full season as a starter too.
And I like his stuff too.
Oh yeah, like I said, he pitches to contact. He knows he has a great defense behind him. So the 4 was a stretch. I think 3, you might feel better about it for sure.
Yeah,
but I decided to get a little bit extra juice. Give me the 4. Give me the Cardinals to win because the Cardinals winning is not in my. I'm not trying to be like too wild when I say this, but the Cardinals are on a roll. The Bats are alive, and let's just let Palante luck into a couple of Ks against the Nationals. So that's what I got.
There you go. Rob, the parlay guy, already talked about.
Yeah, I mean, just ride the hot hand with the Padres. Padres are a good team. The Rockies are okay. So here's my only thing, just to pair off Rob's. I really didn't think that there would be a team that was worse than the 2024 Chicago White Sox, and holy shit, the Colorado Rockies of 2025 might legitimately be the worst baseball team that I've ever seen step on the diamond. And I actually feel bad for those fans. They got outscored, like, what did I put in the chat? It was like they got outscored like 21-3 in the doubleheader on what's it called? On Thursday. And then last night they lost 13-9. Like, it's just so bad to the point where it's just like
it's laughable at this point.
Yeah, and I feel for Rockies fans because it's like they do have some pretty exciting prospects and players. Like, I'm very high on Chase Dolander. Tovar is really nice, but like that team just sucks ass. Like, and
Yeah,
they're dead last in just about everything.
yeah. I completely agree with you. So even a guy making his second career start, you kind of got to ride with him as well. House stats, what you got?
So Carlos Rodon is a fun guy. Like he's actually a guy that I've actually bet quite often this year, and it's worked out in my favor because I've hit. You know, you got the percentile thing up, like his K rate. I'm actually gonna go to it, like his actual page, just to see like what the difference from this year and last year. But the 5+ strikeouts he's hit in every start he's made this year. What's up, buddy?
Yeah.
Okay. He's hit 5+ strikeouts in every start. Pretty much his first start was April's. No, that's his. Just kidding. That was his second start. But yeah, just about every single start he's made, he's hit 5+ strikeouts. And I think it's doable against the A's, despite the A's actually being pretty good this year.
Mhm.
But he's hit him in every start. I can't really complain. I mean, even on games where he's kind of getting shelled and the earned runs are high, he's He's I'm going, man. You asking too many things at one time. Even with the earned runs, he's still getting the strikeouts. So there is that. But I'm pretty much going with the fact that 5+ strikeouts is very doable for him, and he's a high strikeout percentile guy this year. Good with getting guys to swing and miss. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he does in a very hitter friendly ballpark. And the A's can hit the ball, but I think he at least gets 5. I think the Yankees can pull out the money line. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. I don't hate that at all. I'm going with Logan Webb. I was flipping back and forth between a couple of my PDs. You'll see in a little bit that my slate is pretty much all PDs because that's my deal. But I decided to go with Logan Webb and 6+ Ks. I'm going to go ahead and pull up his baseball savant. He is at an 81st percentile in Ks, so he's striking out opposing hitters at a 28.7% clip this year. He's also not walking a lot of guys. He's having almost, some would debate, a career year this year.
That's what I was about to
Start off.
say too. I was like, I'm pretty sure he's having like a
Yeah.
career.
Yeah, I mean he's got a sub-3 ERA, and he's got well over a K per nine as of right now, or sorry, 10K per nine. So he's got 56 Ks in 48 and a third innings, which is massive for him as compared to what he normally is. His whip's about the same, which just means that his stuff's playing a little bit better. And he's getting a little bit more soft contact. As you can tell, his hard hit rate is still up there, and it's a little bit better than average, but still very solid. But he's missing a lot of barrels, so that's the two things that you're looking for when you're getting that hard contact. And he's got a good ground ball rate as well. So his whiff's a little up this year, and his chase percentage is a little up this year, which means players are not seeing it out of his hand as much. I think he made a mechanical adjustment this year, as I can see a little bit different. He used to be kind of super flexed back here, where you could see in this picture he's more up on it instead of being flexed. And when you
Yeah.
flex like this, it's tough to really control where your ball is. You hide it better, but
Yep.
it's tough to control. So now he's more on top of it. He's still hiding it well because he's on top of it, but
Yeah.
he's able to control where it starts out at. And I think that's bringing his breaking ball into a plane that looks like fastball off the jump and then breaking hard off of it, as he's got some really, really good deception with that cutter and that sweeper, and it's matching up with the sinker a lot better.
So if you actually go to so Dallas Braden, he has a pitcher series on YouTube, and it's called the Slab Lab, and he did it with Logan Webb, and Logan Webb literally talked about exactly what you were just talking about. He has changed his arm angle, which has seemingly changed every year for some reason. Nice thing about him, the hard hit rate is down 8.1%, which is good, but still getting hit somewhat
Yeah.
hard.
Hard.
But yeah, no, he's doing a lot of good things better. He's doing
And
a lot of
I was always a Logan Webb hater, but this year I
yes,
finally
and I
actually
never
watched him really hard.
understood it. It drove me nuts. I'm like, bro,
Well,
Logan Webb is him. Come on.
No. Like he would always get more hype than I thought he deserved.
That's
But
fair.
now his stuff, like I always knew his stuff was good, but he was actually proving that his stuff was really, really good this year.
For
where
sure.
in the years past, it was like he would always have that one start that would just frustrate you out of like 4. It was like he'd have 3 really, really good starts, and then that 4th start was just like, why can't you produce? Like even your bad starts need to be slightly better, and that's the only thing that I hated on Logan Webb. This year, he's proven to me that that he could do it, and I thought his stuff could play better. This year, he's actually getting the K rate that I thought he should have for years. I thought he should be a 200 plus strikeout guy, and he wasn't. This year, he's actually proving that he's going to be a 200 strikeout guy, which is huge, massive. So Logan Webb, sneaky Cy Young candidate as of right now. I'm just throwing it out there.
No, I love it. I love it. Big Logan Webb guy.
I think he can get the Giants the W today versus Minnesota. They're also facing a tough pitcher in Joe Ryan, who's pitched better in his last 3 starts. So it's a tough pitching matchup that I will probably have on my second monitor. Not going to lie to you. All right, those are the performance levels of the day. Hopefully,
Joe Ryan fan.
Smack him up. I like Joe Ryan. Not going to lie to there. All right. It's the most talked about parlay in all of sports gambling. It is the 750 Club. And like I said, I did a little bit change the animations, a couple pictures coming in sooner than the others. There's one rule of Fight Club, and that is you do not talk about Fight Club. Pat, what is the one rule of the 750 Club?
I want you to go outside right now. Well, after you watch the show. And tell every single person you see responsibly to go and bet the 750 Club and tell them about it, because there it is.
There it is right. I am riding the Trey Turner 2+ total bases until he starts to cool off, because right now he's taking pitches where they're he's hitting pitches where they're pitched, and he is doing the right thing with the baseball. Yesterday, he beat out an infield chopper to get a single, and then he got a single late as well, so he got the total bases. So yes, I am in on Trey Turner, even though he's not been hitting the cover off the ball. But I actually like this version of Trey Turner better, because when it starts to heat up, the ball's going to jump off his bat, and he's going to get the regular homers just by hitting those line drive swings like he used to when he was in Washington and the Dodgers, that made him the $300 million man that the Phillies signed him as. And then I think he got a little too obsessed with launch angle. Right now he is, let me go ahead and hit line drives, get the first, seal second, and I've got a double that way. I think he gets 2 hits today again, but I'm going to take 2 total bases because the man could end up with a double in Cleveland, and then we're there for the 2+ total bases. So that's Trey Turner. I'm gonna keep beating that drum until those wheels fall off. Poolside Pity Pat, what do you got for that Brendan Donovan?
Poolside Pity Pat. What?
Poolside Pity Pat. That's my new nickname for you.
Why?
I gotta say, I don't like it. It kind of sounds like Pat's a baby.
All right, fine. Well,
but he's not.
Pick a new nickname.
No, he's not. All right, new nickname. Poolside. I don't know. All right, Poolside Pat.
We'll come. Yeah, we'll come up.
Yeah, we'll workshop.
Thank you, Tommy.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
We gotta look out for each other,
Yeah. Poolside Pity Pat. What the heck is that? Anyway, so look, Brendan Donovan. For those that are not aware of this man's game, I would like to put you on to Mr. Brendan Donovan. He currently has the 6th best batting average in baseball, 329. He has the 7th most hits. I guess, 37 games is right around what everybody, but 47 hits on the season, 11 doubles, he's got the 3 home runs. He's just a guy that gets on base. I mean, probably going to not like doing this, but I'll do it anyway. Where is he at with he's at a 386 on base. Let's just go to OPS. Screw that. OPS.
Yeah, I was gonna say do his OPS if you're gonna talk hits.
Yeah, no, he's not in there, but he's top in hits, and he's up there in top 10 in hits, and he has a hit in every game in the month of May. Okay. Only once this month has he gotten the 2 hits. So that's in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 games. But give me Donovan. That's why it was 180. It used to be minus money, or last month it was a lot of the times it was minus money for Donovan to get 2 hits. So give me Donnie 2 hits, John Gruden rub, 2+ hits for Brendan Donovan today in Washington against the Nationals.
He's actually having a career year. His batting average is the highest it's ever been.
Yeah.
His on base is, I mean, not really going to put stock into it, but he's always been a plus like 300 OBP. His slug is the best. His weighted runs created plus is the highest it's been in his career. Yeah, it's still early, but you put some stock into that. And his OPS is the highest of its career. First time he's ever been in the 800s for OPS. So,
And I would just like to add on that I've spoken about this on this show and in general, his utility status makes him he's an everyday guy. He's always going to be out there, unless he's obviously hurt. Donnie, and like I said, hey, I know he's only hit this once, but he has a hit in every game in May. He has a 9-game hitting streak, I believe it is.
Yeah, and he does not strike out at a high clip either.
No.
Like he
struck out twice in May, and he struck out 12 times in the month of April. Like he does not strike out. He gets on base. He's a guy. He almost has more walks this season than strikeouts. So
yeah, I mean, the only thing that scares me with him is his bat speed. But if you're just asking for hits, you don't really need that much bat speed. He's not going to
hit home runs.
He's really just a
square.
Like really, he's just a contact guy. Because
put the ball in play.
Yeah, I mean, he really of his 47 hits, 33 are for singles.
Yeah.
He's really just getting on base. And to Pat's point, he's got 12 walks to 16 strikeouts. Yeah. I mean, it's pretty close margins, honestly.
He hits the ball.
yeah. I mean, that's all you can really ask is he hits the ball like that. He's doing his job at the plate, and far. I don't know if it's far and away, Pat, but I think he's pretty crystal clear the best hitter on your team right now.
I think like pure hit. Well, Wilson is up there.
I mean, if you're talking and that's like where you what are we talking about? Like hitting for power, hitting for contact. I'm just talking about like a guy who's going to get to the plate, get on base. Like Donovan is all reliable. Like I
think that is very much true, and I think that's a very good point. Yes, absolutely.
If you want to talk about hitting for power, Wilson Contreras is probably going to outweigh that.
He's the number one.
Yeah. Cat 9+ rebounds already talked about by the parlay guy Rob, and then Garrett Crochet 6+ Ks. Tommy, talk about your boy.
Just go to the sheet, man, because it's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. There you're at 946 there. If you're taking the 750 club. But yeah, Garrett Crochet. I mean, you could just say his K rate's at 81 percentile. So yeah, that's what we're talking about. And let's go ahead into it. It's green. It's soft. It's plushy. It is the tabletop. And Tommy, you are up first, my guy. I kept you there. Kept you in the leadoff spot.
So I've already talked about the Rodon 5+ Yankees money line. I think the Yankees bats are just a little bit like the Yankees, the way they're hitting the baseball, it plays well in Sacramento. Like a very hitter friendly ballpark. JP Sears is taking the mound for the A's. It's pretty favorable in the Yankees, end of things. But again, Carlos Rodon, sometimes you don't know what you're going to get. The A's have a lot of really good bats in their lineup. But I am going to ride the 5+ Yankees money line. Jack Flaherty, Jacob deGrom. Touch on that. I mean, we just saw what Tarek Skubal did last night. The Texas Rangers have one of the shittiest offenses for being a team that legitimately is supposed to be good. Tarek Skubal had, without question, the best outing I've seen this year from a pitcher. His last 6 starts, he's got a walk to strikeout ratio. It's 50 strikeouts to 1 walk, which is insane. He struck out the Rangers 12 times last night. Didn't walk anybody. I think Jack Flaherty, he's had a fairly good season. I think 5 strikeouts is pretty doable, especially for a Rangers offense that isn't very good. Jacob DeGrom, he's hit the mark in 3 of his starts. It's obviously not the Jacob DeGrom that we used to know and love in his days with the New York Mets, but Jacob DeGrom is still a reliable pitcher. Definitely has a challenge ahead of him because I do think the Texas or the Tigers offense is good. It's a little bold, but I like bold. Bold is good. We've kind of gone the bold thing lately for this program, so why not ride the trend? Blue Jays money line, I touched on it. I think that favors pitching, in my opinion. I think the Blue Jays bats can get to Evans pretty good. I don't think Evans is quite good. I believe he's entering his 3rd start this season. So I think guys like Vladdy, Santander, etc., they can probably get going and give enough run support. If Bowden Francis pitches like shit, yeah, I think the Mariners can easily win that game because their bats aren't as dead as they were last year. In fact, they've actually been quietly one of the better offenses in baseball. And the pitching matchup of the day, in my opinion, it's Battle of the Aces in Kansas City. You got Cole Reagans, you got Garrett Crochet. So Garrett Crochet 6+, Cole Reagan 6+, very, very, very doable. The Red Sox strike out a lot. They have struck out 10 or more times in 20 games this season. Not great. Michael Lorenzen, who not really sure if he's known as a high strikeout guy, struck out the Red Sox 7 times last night. Cole Reagans has a 14.38 K per 9 this season. He's got 58 strikeouts. Dude is a wizard. I believe his last outing he had 11 strikeouts and did it in quick work. He had about 5 innings worth of work and struck out 11. So Cole Reagans has been dialed in. That is a Cy Young caliber pitcher. Same for Crochet. K per 9 is about 1019, which isn't bad. 81st percentile on carry, like CJ said. He's got 56 strikeouts. You know what? As crazy as it sounds, we have not seen the best version of Garrett Crochet yet this year. He has put forth some pretty strong outings. It's going to be tough. I mean, Hunter Dobbins, he did pretty well last night, actually. He kind of kept the Royals offense in check. I can't remember if he had 6 or 7 strikeouts, but he did really well, limited his walks. He even got Bobby Witt to strike out twice, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, Crochet. Yeah, I think 6+ is very doable for both. But you never know. Last night, I mean, who would have thought that was the pitching matchup of the series? But baseball's a weird sport, man. Baseball's a weird sport. But yeah, I'm gonna ride that out for sure.
Absolutely. Poolside Pretty Pat.
Oh, I like that one. Big
Okay,
fan.
so we have similar bets. This is fun.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
Pat. What you got?
I know. Excuse me. So I have, I talked about Palante, the cards. Let's go. Taj Bradley.
Can I get you anything?
Maybe you guys
What
could
do you need, buddy?
maybe
Okay.
educate me on this. If not, no worries. I don't know. He's been a strikeout guy this year for the Rays, and I know oh man, I make these bets and I look at the matchups and then I forget who they're playing. That's a fatal flaw of mine. Brewers. Oh, that's why I did it.
Yep.
Poor
At
Brick.
home, at home, I guess we could say for the Rays. But no, I mean I think 4+ is very much not even. I don't think that's the thing to worry about is Bradley getting 4+ Ks. I think the worry is the Rays money line. And yeah, I laughed when I saw your 5+ for Flaherty and DeGrom timing. We had the same idea, but I just went one more 6+.
Yeah, I went a little conservative because
Yeah.
the odds were like I don't like I think I can't remember who's got the over 7.5. It might be DeGrom, and I'm like, not against the Tigers. Like I can't see it.
Which
The
is
Tigers
like,
are just they're so good.
but isn't that funny how we might not have said that last year? Which is like crazy to think about. Even though they were like on the come up, now they're a little bit better. But no, I mean he's only missed this 3 times. Flaherty, I think you mentioned that. So, and yeah, I mean it is one of those things with DeGrom, like you said, that he's not necessarily back to Mets like dominant DeGrom,
But he's put forth some pretty good outings this year.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you look into one extra because I think 5 is very, very doable for him. And that's I don't know. I was sliding through the craft things and I just said, you know what? Let me just after we hit that plus 3,800 bet the other day, I have some capital to play with now, so I decided to do that. Next, and I would like to hear from our sports GPS guy, Mr. CJ. I have Suarez 4 and then BB 5. Any thoughts on Suarez 4?
So Suarez started out pitching really, really well in his first outing, and then as soon as he got into trouble and he started pitching out of the stretch, he lost control. So if he still has a good outing where if he figures out how to pitch out of the stretch again, he'll be fine. But he didn't really have to pitch out of the stretch at all in his rehab assignments because he was that dominant. But you get to the majors, you're going to get hits against you, like it just happens. So that's he just needs to figure that out. I think he'll be better in his second start. I think he'll be fine. I think 4Ks is easy, as he had like 5Ks through the first 3 and then got shelled in his first outing. So I expect Suarez to have a better outing this time around. So I don't hate 4Ks out of Suarez. And then Tanner Beebe, the Phillies were striking out left and right. So I don't blame you at all. You're gonna see why I don't mind the Suarez here in a minute.
Oh yeah, and I like the as I can see, me and Sir Thomas of House Stats have similar. Like, I like if I don't like a certain team to win, I could just pick pitchers to strike out guys.
Yeah,
that's like, and then you combine them together and you can get good money off of it. So that's just kind of where I'm at. Speaking of which, I mean, Reagan's and Crochet, I probably won't be watching just because of the wrestling show that is on tonight. Shout out Backlash, John Cena, Randy Orton. Anyway, but I will be rooting for my AL Cy Young pick and a guy that I have on almost all of my fantasy teams, Garrett Crochet. To just
God, the Red Sox are so screwed tonight.
Why is that? Why do you say that?
So he ranks in the 93rd percentile for whiff rate at 34.5%, and he ranks in the 99th percentile for strikeout rate. The Red Sox as a team, they strike out a lot.
So I know we're getting up against it, but is Reagan still like a legit Cy Young candidate?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very much so.
Yes.
It's between him and
Scoobs
right now.
It's Scooballs to lose, but Reagan's wasn't he? He was top 5, I believe, last year.
I want to say he was 4th last year.
Yeah.
He was top 5. Classe.
Awesome.
I can look it up. Give me a sec. We might have lost Tommy, but yeah, he was. He was
top 4.
Pulling up his stuff right now.
3. I think it was 3. I'm gonna say 3. I'm gonna say 3.
Final answer. I was right. He was 4th.
Damn. All right. But no, I mean, that's I bet him when we did our, again, shout out to the podcast. I bet Cole Reagans when I made that pick, and go listen to the podcast on Spotify and pods. So Reagan's still up there.
He's going
up there too, right?
He's going to. Well, I mean, Crochet's ERA is lower than Reagan's, but I think Reagan's he's had a better body of work.
I can't wait till we get to our like mid-season baseball talk and like
the only thing that honestly cracked me up about that whole entire podcast was you picking Julio Rodriguez to win MVP, and he's been dog shit this year.
Yeah, he's been dog shit. I will say that Cole Reagan's FIP is lower by over a point to his ERA, so it would suggest that he's not really getting the defensive help. So hopefully they'll get closer. So,
and to
what do you need, bud?
To end my
what do you need, pal?
I already talked about the Knicks. On this, I have 6. 6.5 for the underdog, and then I also have Knicks money line. And there's 2 words and 2 words only I can use.
Bing bong, la la la, bing bang.
Bing, bing
So
bong.
I got. Let's
Yeah.
go Knicks. 3:30. 3:30. Bing bong.
Robert, the parlay guy, you already heard he's got the strikeouts, but there's his actual strikeout list at plus 427. If you want to go ahead and ride with that, go for it. I'm gonna real quick wrap these bad boys in, so we finish this bad boy in an hour. I like Ranger Suarez for 5+K in the Philly to get the dub. I like Logan Webb, as you already saw with the PDs. I like Cole Reagans, as you already saw from a bunch of us there. Just the Royals are playing really good baseball, so that's the only reason
15
why.
and 2 in their last 18, CJ.
Yeah, they're good. They're good. They're good.
They're getting hot. They're catching up to the Tigers.
Very much so. Austin Hayes. This is an interesting one here. Don't ask me why, but I'm sitting here going, I wanted a total bases and not just a strikeout one today. And Austin Hayes sneakily having a very good season for the Cincinnati Reds. And I expect him to hit a double today. And if he gets that double, there's my 2+ total bases. I think the Reds get the W, as you already saw with the underdog slate. Big fan of the Reds today with Brady Singer on the hill. I know it's going to be a tough matchup, as you think you know a guy, but I truly believe that Lance McCullers is not the pitcher that he once was. I think he has now finally realized that. And I think Austin Hayes, go ahead and find a gap for me today. 2+ total bases and the Reds money line. And then I have for basketball. I'm sorry for your Knicks. I think the Celtics win this thing. However, I do think they keep it close enough. But Tatum, go ahead and give me 30+ points. And the Celtics money line is that one. And then it's not written on here, but I am rewriting the pick sheet from yesterday, which is Crawford hit, Freddie Freeman hit, Trey Turner hit, plus 184 if you want to jump in on that train as well. So J.P. Crawford of the Seattle Mariners to get a hit. He is on a 16-game hitting streak. Trey Turner to get a hit. He is on an 8-game hitting streak. And Freddie Freeman to get a hit. He is on a 14-game hitting streak. So I'm expecting all 3 of those to get a hit again today. And that is the tabletop. Anybody have? Well, that was my last call. That hit is my last call. Anybody got another bet that they didn't bet that they think it could be intriguing, or a futures bet that you really like?
So I don't know. I'm going to say this, not knowing if I really want to, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Just say it.
Just say it.
Whoever wins today's Knicks Celtics game is going to win the series.
That's probably a safe bet.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Like obviously,
if the Knicks win, I don't think they're giving up a 3-0 lead.
But then I think if the Celtics win, that they just get the momentum back, and they're the
even if you split, like even if the series is like a split in New York, or even if like New York is up like 3-1, like I see what you're saying. Like there's confidence, you know.
Correct.
You know.
I just want to be. I'm trying to be realistic as a sports fan. You guys know this. I'm getting away from the psychotic, crazy Pat that has been here for a long time. I'm trying to be realistic, and I'm trying to have fun and just love life and love sports and be that guy. Don't get me wrong. I am so happy with what's going on with the Knicks right now. It is unreal. But in my brain of brains, my heart of hearts, it's whoever wins this game is going to win the series.
And that's a fair assessment to go off of. Yeah. Tom, you got any last calls before I pop the records up here and we get out of here?
What are the odds for Hurricanes Capitals today?
We'll give you that. Give me 1 second.
Hurricanes are home, so I totally expect them to be favored.
They're minus 230, and then you have
oh my god,
188 plus 188 for the Caps. If you want the puck line, Hurricanes at minus 1.5 or plus 116. Capitals getting a goal and a half is minus 142. Over under is set at 5.5, and they're both at minus 110.
Those odds are wonky. I mean, I know the Hurricanes are like dynamite at home, like they don't lose at home, but like minus 230. Shit. Okay.
It's tough one. I mean, if you look at minus 230, that means that they're just over.
No, I know, but I still
like
think
it's like
like
68 percentile to win.
yeah, but it's not like the first two games have been like world beaters. I mean, the first game went to overtime; it was a 1-goal game, and then the second game was a 3-1 game. I mean, it's not like any team's getting blasted. I definitely would take the over in this one personally. I think you're
Sure.
going to get like a goal barrage in this one, and curious to see how the Oilers Vegas series goes.
Yeah, very much so. I'm with you. I am 100% with you. Those have been the last call, and this has been just the bet slips. Let's go ahead and throw up the records. Everybody except for one person is on the left. I hate to do it to him, but Captain, I'm the only one under units.
All right, come on.
Rob the parlay guy, but everybody else is positive units right now. Pat, don't say anything. Don't say anything, because normally when you say something to try to uplift a guy is when you decide to go the opposite direction. So just stay where you're at, man. Stay where you're at, and we're gonna hope for the best here. But yeah, Rob, he'll get back on the horse. He only needs a hit. He hits his parlay today, and he's positive units.
Mm-hmm.
And then we will have nobody that is captain under units.
Yeah.
And that'll be massive for the program. It'll be huge for us. But
I'm not going to say
this.
anything.
Yeah, don't. Yeah. Stay where you're at. Stay where you're at. This has been just the bet slips, and we hope you had a lot of fun. Like I said, if you want us to bet anything you got, please hop in the chat. The next time that we go live, we'll be live tomorrow at noon. No, we will not be. We'll not be, because it's Happy Mother's Day.
Yes.
We are taking the day off to enjoy our mothers. But we will be posting bet slips throughout the day. So make sure you go in and check out the X to get all of our bets for the day. Really appreciate everybody jumping in. Shout out to moms. Happy Mommy's Day. And hopefully everybody enjoys. But this has been just the bet slips. Yeah, we'll see you Monday, 6 p.m. on Monday, as per normal. But this has been just the bet slips, where we promise you one thing and one thing only, and that is to bring you the hot tips to help your bet slips. Everybody go responsibly, chase that bag. We will catch you Monday. Have a happy Mother's Day. Later, y'all.
Love you, Mom.